ahead and clicked on the button. Look, come on. I'm about to say, we need some connection in this thing. Great morning, y'all. Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. How are y'all doing this morning? Great morning. What's today, y'all? Thursday. Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Welcome to this morning's message. Okay, I got time today. Drop that in the chat. I got time today. I got time today. I got time today. What? I got time today. What'd you say? I got time today. And do. Great morning, y'all. Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. How are y'all doing this morning? Good morning, Trayshawn. Good morning. Great morning, y'all. Y'all come in, like the live, share the love. I got time today, okay? Drop that in the chat. I got time today. What? Yeah, I got it. I got it for you today. Okay, I got time today. That's the name of the message. Okay, y'all like the live, share the love. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday in this thing. Y'all get y'all tea. Because y'all know Spirit Name got the SpiritualiTEA this morning. And do. I don't know. Why I feel like uno momento. Yeah, I was just gonna go ahead and say that I don't know if are we gonna feel convicted today or like what's happening, because I don't know how I feel about this already in my spirituals. Y'all wasn't finna be fussing, was it? Who y'all finna be fussing at? Message? Who y'all finna be fussing at? Don't be fussing, Daddy. Don't be fussing. We were sorry. We were saying sorry right now. We don't even know what we did yet, but we sorry. Anyway, just say yeah, okay? We here for it. We receive it. Good morning, Shan Cat. Good morning, y'all. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for this morning. I got time today at work and loving it. Period. I'm so truly grateful for old prayers finally being answered. Yes, indeed. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Great morning, y'all. Great morning. Thank you so much. Good morning, Melissa. Thank you, honey one. And good morning, Danny. Thank you, dearest one. Star Baby said, good, come to man. What the mean, child? That God is with me. Period. Drop some in the chat you're grateful for. Yes, Lord. Y'all, can I talk about it? I don't know if I could talk about it, y'all. I can't say everything, but y'all, I think the Lord did something yesterday. Good morning, Jamila. Good morning, great morning, honey Wani. Y'all, I think the Lord did something yesterday. I don't know, yesterday, y'all, I kind of tripped out because I don't know yet. So I can't really talk about it yet. But I think the Lord is doing something, y'all. I think I feel it's in my spirituals again. I tell you, man, God is just so amazing. I can talk about this part, but we're gonna talk about the message this morning. We're gonna get the community, of course. Good morning, Lotus. Lotus says, I'm grateful for the rain today. Come on, rain down on me. Let your rain just, I don't know how the song go, but that's what I felt in my spirituals. Okay. Good morning, Chris Curls. Good morning, my hunty onety. Okay, listen to the birds. Three little birds. Who want to be a DJ? Go DJ. That's what y'all did this last week. Don't start this. Y'all was on songs today. Somebody getting a lot of messages through songs. I can tell y'all that Three Little Birds is one of my songs when my grandmama on my daddy's side be coming through. Y'all, wait a minute. Y'all making the hair on my arm stand up and everything. Uno momento. Hold on now. What y'all, I love y'all. Thank y'all. Well, we already knew y'all was here. That wasn't the first time I was talking to y'all, was it? I don't think it was. Okay, I'm back. Three Little Birds is a song when my grandmom is coming through. On my daddy's side. And so every little thing is going to be all right. Good morning, Pamela. Good morning. Great morning, honey Wani. Y'all, like the live, share the love. Okay, let me talk about this. What time is it? It don't matter. Or let's do it. Let's get to it. Y'all know we tapping in with spirit guides, ancestors, angels, and ascended masters of the highest and purest light vibration and energy. So listen, y'all. So I got time today. Now, that probably don't mean what you thought it had meant, okay? Probably don't mean we ain't fussing. They don't want no smoke because we about that life. No, we not on that. We not finna go off on nobody. Don't be going off on nobody either, okay? Don't be letting them get you in your spirituals. Don't do that, okay? That's not what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today? Thank you so much thank you, honey One. Thank you for the seed, honey One. I'm so grateful. Thank you, honey One. The message, y'all. I got time today. Let me tell y'all why Padre God put this in my spirituals. Because somebody, is anybody in here, you feeling like you blessed? Are you feeling like you got a blessing coming in? Do you feel like the Lord getting ready to do something great and amazing in your life? Do you feel yourself getting ready to step into a new season, a new beginning, a new opportunity? Like something has shifted, something has changed, right? Drop this in the chat. I've shifted. I've shifted. Claim this for yourself. I've shifted, right? So as the Lord was telling me this, there were some things that happened in my own life yesterday that I'm gonna touch on it. I'll kind of tell y'all about, right? So he said, this is what he said. I heard it clear as day. Don't forget about me. Now I heard that, right? He was like, don't forget about me. I was like, Daddy, how am I gonna forget about you? So then it made sense, because when I went to look at the message for this morning, when I put this on the calendar, he was talking about when it's that thing, y'all. And we're going to Proverbs 16:3 for this. Proverbs 16:3, right? It's that thing when the Lord bless you. You know how people get where they going and then they forget that the Lord's the one that got them there. Can y'all know anybody like that? Or have you been that way yourself? Remember when you was in the struggle, when you was going down through that, Lord, you in the wilderness and all you was doing was in the word, in the Bible, you're praying, you're worshiping, you giving everything to the Lord. Because you ain't got nothing, right? You ain't got nothing to do. You ain't got nothing but time. You ain't got nothing to do but just sit and be with the Lord. And then remember that the Lord don't keep you in, come on, God, he don't keep you in that space. And so when he takes you to a new space, remember don't forget that the Lord's the one who got you there. Don't forget that the Lord is the one, all that time and dedication and commitment that you gave him. Now trust, this is what he said. He understands that things are going to change. They're going to shift. He knows that he's putting you into something that is going to require you to be focused, to be dedicated, to give you but you're going to have to, we still, he still got to be numero uno. Drop that in the chat. God is still number one. Regardless of what he is stepping you into, he is still number one. We have to commit, y'all, to giving him the time. I don't care what the new job is. I don't care what the new season of elevation is. I don't care. Because remember how hard you prayed for the Lord to give you that breakthrough, to give you that beginning. So you got to make sure, just like before he gave it to you, that you still make him number one. When we was out here in this wilderness season, he was number one. He was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But sometimes when we get ready to go to a new level, we forget. And so God said, don't forget about me. Don't forget that I'm the one who got you to that place. Remember how much you was praying. You better keep praying. Remember how much you was worshiping me, how much time you were giving me. I know I'm sending you into something different. Remember yesterday we talked about get ready before it gets here. So this is the thing, y'all. We know that the shift is happening. We know that the shift is coming. So God said, get ready before you get here. Make sure that I'm the first. Come on, God. Make sure that I'm the first thing on the schedule. Okay. Proverbs 16:3 is where we're going, where he sent me for this. I'm telling somebody right now, because the Lord is getting ready to do something for you. He's getting ready to give you that thing that you asked for, that job, that new beginning, that breakthrough. But God should still be number one on your schedule. Okay. Numero uno. Proverbs 16:3 says, commit your actions to the Lord and your plans will succeed. Remember that he was the one that made it successful in the first place, y'all. So he said, when he was talking to me about it this morning, I was like, and I was journaling about it and getting ready for this. He was like, nah, he ain't in his feelings. He letting you know that your shift is happening. Your change is happening. There's a new beginning that's happening for you. We can feel this. You can sense this in your spirituals. He said, just don't forget about me. Just make him number one all the time, and your plans will always succeed. If you commit what you're doing to him, if you give him the credit for it, if you give him the glory for it, if you give him the praise for it. I start my day with the Lord doing this, right? And then I go do whatever else needs to be done. So and even before this, what I do in the mornings is give him his time. He's number one in my life. Don't just make him number one in your wilderness season, make him number one in your successful season as well. And that's what he was talking about this morning, because somebody got a breakthrough coming in. You have a shift, you have a change. So he was like, I was like, okay, well, I got time today, Lord. You ain't gonna catch me slipping. I'm gonna make sure that I keep you number one. Okay. So we finna see what these breakthroughs are about, y'all. I can feel it. The energy is not going to shift until we have made the shift. Now, let me tell y'all this. Yesterday, I tell you, the Lord is good. God is good. Y'all, you can remember we've been talking about like shifts and pivots, and you may have thought you were going in one direction. Somebody in here has made a sacrifice. You told the Lord asked you to give something up. Okay. He asked you to give something up. He said, give something up. And because of your commitment to him, you did. You said, okay, God, if that's not what you want me to do, then I won't, then that's fine, because I know you have something better. I tell you, because I know that this was not just for me, because I was so emotional about it. I was so impacted by it yesterday. I had a moment with God where I just had to stop. I literally stopped everything, y'all, and I just started praising. I just started worshiping. I just turned on some music and I just was crying. And I made a post I made a post last night on Facebook about it. I was like, man, your years of pain are getting ready to truly turn into tears of joy. Like, you don't even realize how much some of you need. Like, you ever been in a situation with the Lord where the Lord had, come on, God, he has shown you a promise. He's shown you something. And you know, a lot of times when, Lord, don't let me cry today, y'all. I don't want to be in my spirituals, right? Like, the Lord is giving you a vision, right? He's told you, he's giving you your blueprint. He's giving you the plan. And when he gives it to you, like, Daddy, how I'm gonna get there? How I'm gonna make that happen? There's no way, how, Lord? But it may be something that doesn't manifest for years, right? But he's spoken it into your spirituals. Like, he's told you this thing, right? And then you finally, so you just be out here struggling. You be in the wilderness. You just be like, okay, well, I'ma just keep pushing. I'ma just keep pulling through, right? And then one day, come on, Spirit, one day you just sit and something happens, and it literally is a key. Come on, keys. It's a key that shows you the door that you're getting ready to step through. I hope this is making sense for somebody. Look, yesterday, because there's just been a lot of moving parts. Suddenly, come on, drop that in the chat. It's that suddenly, y'all. It's that suddenly. So suddenly, yesterday, everything began to make sense. Suddenly, all those puzzle pieces that just felt like they were just out there, scattered all around, they were just everywhere. Suddenly, you start to see you start to see God just going like this. Like, just imagine you sitting there, you looking up at the sky, and all of a sudden you see God, and his hands just taking each piece and just putting it. Like, you can legit see a hand. You can just see his hand just matching up every piece. And you just sitting there, and now you just watching. You just watching the puzzle pieces, and you can't do nothing but just be in awe, because for some of you, it's like, it's been so long, y'all. The journey has been so long. I tell y'all all the time, man, this last year of my life it felt like it was just so long, y'all. It felt like I just been like, oh Lord, I'm so ready for this season to end. And so we get impatient, because it's like, Dad, I just don't even know how this is going to make sense. But now every single thing that we've been talking about, you can go back and watch these videos on YouTube. Every single thing, from getting prepared for the promise, for, okay, do this, okay, release this so that I can bring something better. Every single thing starts to make sense, and you just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I can see it now. I can see the plan. I can see how everything that the Lord has orchestrated, that He's bringing into your life, every single puzzle piece is starting to make sense to Him. Y'all, yesterday I had a moment. This is what I'm talking about, right? I finally I just sat for a second. Something happened for me. Some of you know this, and I can say this because I've already talked about this. The Lord told me I was going back to school, right? I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going back to school for nursing. He say no. He eventually, that's what I thought, but he was like, no, I got a different plan. Okay, Lord, what you talking about, Daddy? Come on, Queen of Pentacles. What you talking about, Daddy? Where we finna go? Y'all, the Lord say, go over there to Bible school. What, Lord? Oh, no. You want me what? He said, go to Bible college. Bible college? Me? You sure you don't want to get somebody else to do it? But I say, okay, Lord. So I signed up for, like, y'all, I literally am going to school. I start school on my mama's birthday, 8/19. I go to school. But I thought that I was going to nursing school because in my head, I'm thinking, well, I already have a degree in nursing, so surely I'm going back to nursing school. Hear me and hear me well. One thing I will continue to tell y'all, can't nobody stop for me what the Lord is going to do. Drop that in the chat. Can't nobody stop it. Ain't no warfare, no witchcraft, no hexes, no curses, no negativity, negative energy, low vibrational energy sent intentionally or unintentionally from those known and unknown. Can't nobody stop what God's getting ready to do in my life. And this is why I can talk about my situation, because again, the Lord is using me to be fully transparent, to meet people where they are. He's not allowing me to hold my blessings back, y'all. He's not allowing me to not talk to y'all about things. Because can't nobody stop it. And most people you gonna hear, don't talk about this, don't talk. The Lord's not using me like that in this season, y'all. He's using me to be able to say to people, now let me show you what the Lord did. Can't nobody stop it. So I can talk about things with full transparency, right? So I thought I was going back to nursing school. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start taking these prereqs. I done signed up at these community colleges, y'all. And so this is me trying to get my life and my spirituals in order, right? Queen of Pentacles. So I'm like, okay, I'm finally getting ready to step back into stability. Man, I can't believe I got to go back to school. I done already been to college twice, but okay, Lord, here go the Lord. Now you're not going to go to nursing school. Wait a minute, what? Huh? Because I'm thinking, well, this is my restoration season. The Lord said, you're not going back to nursing. He was like, would you give that up and do something completely different from what I told you, from what you thought you was going to do? I say, well, what you say, Dad? What you want to do, Lord? He said, why don't you go to Bible school, Bible study, Bible college? What? Okay, Lord, because when I tell y'all the way my faith's set up, if the Lord tells me to sacrifice anything, there's nothing that I won't sacrifice and do when the Lord calls me to be obedient. So what did I do, y'all? I signed up and I go to school. I start in August. Can't nobody stop this, right? This is a done deal. So I start school in August. That's why I keep telling y'all my schedule gonna change up, right? So on my mama's birthday, I start school and I'm getting a degree in no less than biblical studies and theology, right? I was like, I received that because this is my commitment to the Lord. Well, yesterday, y'all, because I was like, I give it up, Lord. I sacrifice it. Y'all know that Isaac sacrifice that you sometimes do. Remember how Abraham had to put Isaac over there on the fire, right? On the Jehovah Jireh, the Lord will provide. On the mountain of the Lord, it will be provided. So remember, so nursing was like my Isaac, right? So I was like, okay, Lord, well, that's fine. I'll go do what you tell me to do. So now I done signed up to go to school, going to Bible college. Okay, cool. So I'm all set. I'm pumped. Y'all, I do Bible study every day. So I'm not tripping about doing this. I was like, okay, this will give me a deeper understanding, right? Y'all, yesterday, I ended up, first of all, I was like, Lord, how am I, when I tell y'all testimony is real, right? And I'm so grateful. Thank you, Lord. I'm so grateful again that he's allowing me to share this story with y'all, this journey with y'all, this testimony, so that you can believe in miracles, y'all, because God is real deal doing those. I was like, Daddy, how I'm gonna pay for college? I ain't never had a student loan. I don't know nothing about this. I don't know. I'm thinking, y'all, my credit is what? Ugh. So, because I done been down through that. So I'm like, Daddy, how am I gonna pay for this? I don't know how to. Why I get this letter yesterday saying that they didn't already approve me for loans. I done got financial aid. I ain't even got to pay nothing. Y'all, again, I've never had student loans. When I got my nursing degree, I used financial aid. So I get this letter yesterday, and these folks say that they're offering me this setup in order to pay for school. And I say, wait, what? Like, hold on. Hold on. You mean I'm going to be able to just go? Like, I'm real deal, because I was worried about it. I was like, man, these folks gonna run my credit and they gonna be like, you can't get a nickel from us. This me, right? Because I'm like, man, I was just like, Lord, I'm so nervous. I was like, how I'm gonna do this? How I'm gonna pay for this? I got to get a job. I got to go like something, because I ain't gonna be able to pay these folks. This me. And the Lord, and then I sat down, and the Lord just, that's when I saw the vision. The Lord just was like a puzzle piece, and he just said, click. And he took another piece and he said, click. So everything is starting to align, y'all. And I just had a moment where I was like, oh my God, like, Lord, like, you real deal. And then you start to see, a plan. So let me take this a step further. We gonna get to the cards, but this message is so important, because I need you to understand that these moments are getting ready to happen in your own life. Okay. These things are getting ready to happen in your own life. The Lord is not out here, don't have you out here struggling just to continue to see you struggling. That's not what that's not what he's going to do. You're going to go through the struggle, but then you're going to see the success. So look, so I was like, okay, but before I signed it and accepted it, I was just like, well, let me go do a little research. And y'all, I heard the Lord, he said, you need to look over there. So I say, okay. So I went and clicked on something, y'all. Mind you, I have an associate's degree. I don't have a bachelor's, right? I'm going to get my bachelor's. Y'all, the Lord said it was a test of faith. He wanted to see if I was willing to follow him with true obedience, was I willing to give up everything to be in service to him? And so he presented another option to me yesterday, y'all. And I was just like, and I don't even know yet if it's possible, because I haven't talked to the school yet. But as I did the research, I say, Lord, because I had already said, okay, well, nursing was a part of my old life. Like, okay, and I can talk to y'all about this, because y'all are seeing me come back into this is restoration, and this is why the Lord is using me in this way. He's using me. Come on, high priestess. He's using me as a testimony in real life, y'all. And this is my real life that is happening. Y'all have seen me struggle in the wilderness. He's not just going to let you see my struggle for the last year. If you've been with me for the last year, you've seen me living in this car. You've seen me learning how to follow God. You've seen me walking by faith and not by sight. You've seen me leave California with no money. You've seen me make it. You've seen the Lord bless me at every step, y'all. The Lord has sustained me for every step of this journey. I'm going to give him praise. I'm going to worship him. I'm going to tell people this story so that you can see that this is actually real, y'all. Yes, it has been the hardest year I've ever been through in my life. But in this year, the way that the Lord has refined me, y'all, I cannot even begin to explain to y'all. And so the Lord and it's so crazy because I told people several years ago, I said, y'all, the Lord is going to show y'all what it means. He's going to use me. And some people, there's a couple people on here who've been with me since then. The Lord is going to use me, and he is going to show you what it means and what happens when you go from struggle to success. That is what he has been doing since I've been going live, since I've been on platforms. The entire time, he's going to show you from beginning to end. He's going to show you the beginnings of a business, how it happens in between, how many times, how many different things you're going to go put your hands on and experiment with. I've tried real estate. I've tried insurance. I took a little random job 2 times. Like, he literally is showing step by step so that people will have step by step understanding of the things that you will experience. There are videos that I'm going to be releasing that are going to show, man, let me show y'all where my mind was here. Let me show y'all how different I was last year compared to this year. So moving forward, okay, so just understand, y'all, this has been a journey. And so this is a journey that he's allowing me to share. So yesterday I said, okay, so I'm looking this up, and I was like, I'm getting ready to accept my financial aid. But the Lord was like, do some research. Okay, so I go boom, boom, boom. So then I look, y'all, and I see, I was like, wait a minute, what? They had this little thing and said, what if? And I clicked on it, and I say, what if? So I put my bachelor's of nurses in the science of nursing in there with a minor in biblical studies. I said, Daddy, 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 is this for real? Like, surely this isn't possible. He say, all things are possible with me. All things are possible with me. Y'all. And I asked him last night, I was like, man, can I share this with somebody? Because I told my daughter, but my daughter was busy yesterday, so I didn't get to talk to her for a long time. But y'all, I just had a moment where the Lord said, I just wanted to make sure that you were going to continue to follow me and put me first. And the thing about it is, y'all, the first thing that means the most to me is my service to the Lord. And I really had said that I was going to put nursing on the back burner again. And I'm sharing this because, once again, can't nobody stop what the Lord is going to do in my life. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get my nursing license back or not, but I'm praying for it. So as a result of me praying for it, I've applied for it, right? I haven't completed the process because I hadn't had the resources to get the fingerprinting done. And so I say, well, Lord, it'll come when the time is right, it'll come. But at the same time, I started thinking to myself, I was like, Daddy, now you're giving me this as a possibility, but you're still allowing me to be in service to you at the same time. I say, so you mean that I can still pursue what you asked me to pursue insofar as learning more about the word, learning and really being able to teach that from a different level, and then this is still a possibility? I say, well, Lord, if it's your will, then it's gonna happen. Okay, and I just left it at that. But what took me, y'all, was because it was just a possibility. It's just, sometimes all you need is a possibility that something is possible. All you need is just, like, if the Lord shows you something, he's not showing it to you to tempt you or bait you. This is why he say, if you just keep me at the head, if you just keep me in the front, if you just keep on, come on, God, if you just keep on doing what I'm asking you to do, I will make your plan succeed, because it's not our plan, it's his plan, right? His plans are better than our plans. His ways are better than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. I had no idea that this was even a possibility for me. And so all of a sudden the Lord said, look what's possible. Wait a minute, Daddy, I thought I had to sacrifice that. He said, no, I just wanted to test you and see if you would. I just wanted to test you and see if you were willing to give up the thing that is your true purpose, your true passion, your true calling. Y'all, I lost 7 years because of the mistakes that I made. And the Lord said, but I will restore those 7 years if you're going to continue to serve me and put me first and make sure that you put me in your schedule. Anything is possible possible with the Lord. So do not think that he will not restore you and take you back. He's not going to take you back to your former glory. Your latter days are going to be better than your former days. And so it was just looking at the possibility yesterday, y'all. It had me in my feelings because I was like, Lord, are you saying that this is possible for me? He said, all things are possible with me. He said, you just got to continue to do the work I've asked you to do. You just got to keep getting up and encouraging people. For a year, this entire year of my life, all I've done, y'all, is come on here and do these lives and encourage people to keep going. Even in the times when I needed encouragement myself, I would have to go back and watch my own videos to encourage myself, like you, because I removed myself. Father, remove me and allow me to be a clear and open channel and messenger of love, light, and healing energy for all who need to receive it today. Because I did not want people thinking that I'm telling my own story. No, I'm not telling my story. The Lord, I removed myself so I can give an unbiased message. And so I say, well, but then when the Lord says he convicted me a little bit, he say, why do you think that if I'm telling you to get up encouraging people that I won't do the same thing for you? And it's not that I don't believe, but I'm like, well, Daddy, I don't be wanting to talk about myself. I'm not talking about what I need. I'm talking about what you need the people in them to know, what you need me to tell them, how they need to be encouraged. He say, but you are my people too. You are my people too. And I say, well, okay, Lord. So I say, well, I'ma just wait. I'ma see what happens. But y'all, when the Lord just put that possibility in front of me yesterday, it took me out, y'all. It took me out. I had a moment. I just sat in the car. I just cried. But it wasn't even tears of pain. It was tears of joy. So when I say that those years of pain, this is why we going to stop beating ourselves up. Because you went through it. Look at who you are now. Don't look at who you were then. Look at who you are now. Look at who you are after the processing, after the pain. Come on, Betty, right? Sang it. After the pain, look at who you are now versus who you were then. Back then, I was a drug addict. Back then, I was depressed. Back then, I was in toxic relationship. I was addicted to it. I was addicted to so many things. But now I'm addicted to the Lord. And so you have to look at yourself and you say, so don't focus on who you used to be. Don't think about the old stuff. He said he doing a new thing. He meant that. And I sat there yesterday and I just had a moment and I just forgave myself for all the days that I beat myself up about how I put myself in this position. He said it don't matter because none of those things are going to mean anything anymore. He said, "What? Come on, drop this in the chat. Wait till he gets through with me. Wait till he gets through. Wait till he gets done. And he ain't never going to be done. But for in this season, with this next thing, wait till the Lord gets done. With this, just wait till the Lord gets done. People don't even understand a lot of times how much you had to endure or go through in your season of struggle, right? This is why we can't worry about criticism, mockers, or people, because this is why the Lord says, I'll prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. I'm going to restore you in front of all the people who thought that you were never going to be able to bounce back from your mistakes, your challenges, whatever you've done to put yourself in your situation. Wait till he gets done. And it's not that you doing it so you can be like, we ain't trying. But it's just like, man, I didn't even think the Lord could fix me. Redeemed. Is that, thank y'all, Spirit? It redeemed. And I was listening to the song. Which one was it yesterday I was listening to? Like, he redeemed it. I put the whole armor, put on the whole armor of the King. Your Lord, you're holy balling. He redeemed a sinner like me. Like, y'all, I done did some things in my life. So I hope that made sense. I hope that encourages someone, inspires or motivates someone. I don't know what the outcome is going to be, y'all, but I've released it, right? I've released it. And I say, Lord, if it's your will, then it's going to happen. But I just wait. I just wait and see. It's like, okay, well, Lord, boom, here's the step. I'll see if it's possible. If it's possible, I'm going to do it. If it's not, okay, what's next? That literally is the attitude that I have. If it's not this, then it's going to be something else. But one thing, certain two things show, it don't matter. I'm still going to Bible college. So whether nursing is a possibility or not, I'm still going to go study the word, right? I'm here for it because I'm tired. Let me tell you something. I understand. I'm not going to ever tell anybody that this journey, look, wait till he gets done. I'm never going to tell anyone that this journey has not been hard. But last night I released it, y'all. I was just like, Lord, I can see it. It's like, I told my daughter, man, I just was like, when you can finally just see that, you can finally just see the light. It's not that you ever lost it, but it's just like finally we call it the light at the end of the tunnel. It's just like, man, I feel like I'm almost there. I'm almost there. And sometimes it feels like that light that you're trying to get to, it's not that you don't have the light within you, because you do, but you ever just feel like you're closer to God than you've ever been. And so I feel like in this season, I'm closer than I've ever been. I'm closer to the Lord than I've ever been before. And it's like, when they say, just keep your eyes focused on Jesus, just keep your eyes focused. I just be like this, y'all. I be tunnel vision. And I feel like I'm closer than I've ever been, which means that I'm closer to succeeding. I'm closer to overcoming. I'm closer to doing what he has truly asked me to do. So I need that I pray. I give this story, y'all. I give this testimony so that someone else can be encouraged. Like, listen, I don't care what he took from you. I know it sucks. We make bad decisions. He gives us the opportunity. We make choices, y'all. The Lord don't just take stuff from us. Remember that whatever situation you're in because you put yourself there, right? We're not going to blame that on the Lord. The Lord didn't take you through that. You took you through that. Okay. So remember that, but just know that you're making better decisions now. Okay. You're not the same person. You're making better decisions now. Jamila said, I was so invested on being loved by a man, even if it was the wrong man. Girl, say it. But now I know the only man I need is God. Would I like a man? Yes, but that's a want and not a need. I absolutely, okay. Yes, the only man I need is God. True story. Yes, we want a man but we want someone who's gonna replace. But you can't replace God. But it's so different. Oh my gosh, these toxic relationships. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I'm so grateful to have broken that cycle in my life. Okay, I was addicted to toxicity. You don't think you ever? Some of y'all don't. You need to look at yourself. Are you addicted to toxicity? Are you addicted to toxic things in your life? Are you addicted to toxic relationships? It's an addiction, y'all. Are you addicted to codependency? Are you addicted to miserable relationships? Are you addicted? I can't say. You have to look at your own life and see. Okay. Yes, I was the same way about women. See what I'm saying? So you can be addicted to the wrong things. That's why you keep attracting the same person. But understand that whatever you are, the energy that you attract. So that's why we have to do this work with the Lord. You have to look within and see, like, what is it about me? A lot of times when it's like toxic relationships, it can be generational. It can be like if that's what you knew. And I use this if it's like abuse, right? This is something that I saw growing up, like in my early years. And so as a result of that, you end up experiencing that, right? Or like because my stepdad wasn't toxic at all. Like him and my mom, it was before him that I had that experience. But at the same time, I saw enough of it to where at the time, with about 7 years old, and this is like real information, when you're about 7 years old, that's when you truly have imprints of the type of things that you will attract, because it's when you begin like really forming yourself, who you're going to be, like your personality, things like that. And so you'll then get those characteristics, and then you'll attract those things later in life. Why do we say, like, if something is toxic, some people never break that cycle. Some people stay in those trauma loops and those negative bonds and trauma bonds and all that stuff for their entire lives. Okay. I'm so grateful that the Lord, like, he forcefully broke me out of that, but I'm not mad, because there was something I didn't love myself enough. So I was always searching for love inside of someone else. And as a result of that, those men knew that I wanted love, but that was the one thing, like I always thank y'all, emotionally unavailable. Like, I'm not saying that they didn't care about me, but most of the men that I chose were emotionally unavailable because I loved hard, but they always held some part of them back. Does that make sense? So Well, to the left, and she's sitting in the alcove, so I sit with my thoughts to get her. Mine was my family had to go there. They were toxic. Anybody, anybody, family members can be toxic, but understand this. I also understand that the emotional unavailability came from, this is my story. I can tell it. I love my biological father, so there's nothing like that, but he was emotionally unavailable. I know he's also where my abandonment wounds came from, right? I had to work through abandonment wounds. That's what I had to work through the first 7 years that I was in California. My abandonment wounds, my rejection wounds. And so guess what? I ended up dealing with men who also suffered from the same type of trauma that I did. They had abandonment and rejection issues. They had daddy issues. Okay. So you are the energy that you attract until you stop attracting those things. How do you stop attracting those things? You heal those things within yourself. Because you also, like, I can look at my dad and say, he's the way he is with me because that's what he got from his dad. My mama was not a nurturing mother, right? Her mama, but why was she not nurturing? Baby, I know who my great grandmama was. Y'all don't hear me talk about her. I don't fool with her. Okay. Even in the spirituals, I don't fool with her, baby, because when people got that evil in them, they got the evil in them. And that's just that. I ain't gonna say I love her with the love of the Lord in the spirituals, wherever she at, but I don't fool with her. Why? Because she couldn't stand me and my sister when we was living. Y'all, she was mean. She couldn't stand nobody. And everybody in the spirituals now, so I can say what I want to say. Y'all already know how I feel. Baby, she was mean. And so as a result of that, I know how she treated her daughter and I know I can't say how my grandmama treated my mama. Of course, they get along fine now in the spirituals, but my mama was not the nurturing, coddling kind of mama. She wasn't that. And I ain't mad about that, but it's something that passed on to me as well. So as my daughters grew up, I wasn't the oh, let me rub you boo-boo canoid. I wasn't that. I was when they was little, but as they got older, I was harder on them because I was tough. I was like, hey, that's how my mama was with me. And so now it's different. Now I be wanting this. See, I love you. You know, now I talk to them like that. I talk to and they be like, OMG, Mom. But I didn't get that coming up. So you have to realize, y'all, this is why I don't care. And I don't know who this message is for. We're talking about parents. Yes, you may have a messed up relationship with your parents, but let me tell you, first of all, when your parent is gone, you gonna wish like everything that your parent is still here. Me and my mama didn't have the best relationship at all times. We went through our things, y'all. I've gone through things with my own children, right? But let me tell you, my mama is here. She's constant. Y'all know this. My mama is always present in my life. But it ain't nothing like having your parent physically here. Nothing. There's nothing like having your mom physically here. There's nothing like, there's so many, like my sister even, she talks about it all the time. Like, we miss our mom, y'all. Like, yes, I'm so grateful that she's here in angelic form, but at the same time, it ain't nothing like your mama. I wish that I can just hear her, right? Just like, I know I'm talking to you, Mom, but I wish that you were just here to go to the casino with me again. I don't even gamble anymore, but she loved to go to the casino, right? But it's nothing like, so I'm gonna tell you right now, I wish every day I wasn't able to grow up with grandparents, and like none of them, y'all. I didn't grow up with any grandparents or any of that. Please make amends with your parents while you have the opportunity, because then you're gonna be making amends with them in the spirituals, and that's a completely different thing. Okay, I know your parents, you be into it. I understand, but you only get one, and you only get one shot. That's it, y'all. Make amends with your children. Make amends with your parents. If you have, I don't care who it is, y'all. Do that so that you can break that curse, that karma. The enemy wants you to stay at odds with your parents. Now, this the thing. If your parent don't want to have nothing to do with you, but you've done everything you can, then that's a whole different thing, y'all. But if you just holding on to a grudge, or you mad because of your childhood, baby, we grown as all get out in this in this time. Okay, we grown now, y'all. Yo, if your parents treated you some type of way, have you ever just sat and thought that they did that because that was all that they knew? You have to start looking at it differently, and then you gonna wonder why you and your children at odds, because look at the way you treated your children. Look at the things that you passed on that you're now teaching them. I don't know who need that message, but it's importante-ness, okay? So this is how we stop things. It's like when we say it stops with me, it stops with me. Stop it with you, y'all. Stop it with, like, make you the last one that to go. Come on, the Empress, telling y'all. Listen, I'm telling you, dead that. Okay, dead that. It's not worth it, y'all. It is not worth it holding on to that pain. I love my biological dad. I can talk about this because this is my story, period. Drop it in the chat. It stops with me. I love my dad. I do. I have a dad and I have a stepdad. But my dad, my biological dad, he does not, he's a full-blown Christian, right? But he don't get down with tarot cards. So he don't fool with me too much, right? And I'm okay with that. I don't love him any less. I don't knock him for his beliefs. I know what the Lord is doing through me. So it's not, so but I had to be okay with having a distanced relationship. Does that make sense? I love him. I check in on him. When we talk, but it's not like a whole lot of connection. But I had to be okay with that. On the flip side of that, I have my stepdad who raised me, right? Who is my dad. So with him, we talk about angels and signs and wonders and synchronicities and OMG, like the craziness, right? The craziness. And so, but he understands my crazy because he's in the same world that I'm in. My dad, on the other hand, he doesn't believe that tarot is, or what I'm doing is of the Lord. It's hard for me to even have conversations with him about God. On the other hand, I can go across the street and talk to my other dad, and he's just like, I'm like, man, I got 9 tarot and oracle decks. Dad, let me tell you about this sign I seen. Let me tell you what the Lord said. And the Lord was talking to me through a squirrel the other day, and he just be like, yeah, he'll do that, y'all. His voice so deep. I love the dad. His voice so deep. He be like, yeah, he'll talk to you through anything. He's like, oh my gosh. Anyway, and so just know, and I say that to say, like, you just got to know, like, if you've done everything you can to forgive, then just keep it a buckles and keep it moving, but don't hold on to the anger, because it's not worth it. Okay, importante-ness, it's not worth the anger. There's a lot of creating energy, a lot of giving birth energy, y'all. We ain't even got cards today. Come on, transformation. We have the Tower that is coming in next. Y'all pray for me. I don't often ask for that, right? I don't often ask for y'all to pray for me, but I'm going to ask y'all to pray for me today, because y'all, as I started this story off and I started this message off, this is the Tower. This is transformation, right? This is just epiphanies. This is things just coming in like, OMG, I can't believe this is the way this is happening. And it literally, I thought about it, I was just like, man, I was like, y'all just pray that this works out for me, right? Because I kid y'all not, y'all, nursing was my identity, right? Let me say this. Nursing was my identity. When I was a nurse, that was who I was. I was just a nurse. I didn't know who I was, so I thought that I was only a nurse. And in these 7 years that I haven't had my nursing license, y'all, I've learned so much about myself and who I am, right? And so some of you were shaking off that old identity because you're understanding that you're so much more than your profession, than what you do on the daily. Like, I truly feel like in this season, I know who I am. Okay. I dreamed about you. I dreamed about you in my spiritual sleep last night, praying for you, my sis Nim, in spiritual. Thank you, dearest one. You have to tell me, what was the dream about, child? It's like I finally know who I am, y'all. And all of that happened because of the fact that the Lord removed the license, but now he's like, it's possible to get it back. What you want to do, right? But I had to find myself. I had to lose myself to find myself, right? I had to lose myself in order to find myself. And so some of you are going through that stage, and just know, it's so worth it, y'all. It's so worth it. I'm so proud of who I am now. Even like when I was with, I was just so different, y'all. I was so different. And so now I just have such a different understanding of who I am and whose I am, right? Who I am and whose I am. It's so funny that card came up. Is I have those two cards in one of the, I think it's in the ClariTEA is Real. One of them is who I am and one of them is whose I am. The Lord added those into that deck. And then the other day I said something, and sure enough, when I looked on my phone, that was the card that was on there. Okay. For me, I got put in jail for something I didn't do to drop family I wouldn't had otherwise dropped. Yes, clarity does come out of the crazy, y'all. It does, man. It does. So just saying, Lord, I hope this helps somebody. That was the message for today, y'all. We didn't really have like if I don't need cards, because I don't need the cards to give the message. Come on, Ten of Cups. I don't need fortune after difficulty and the world up under that. Like, you just got to know, y'all, like the Lord will really, he's real deal putting the pieces together. It's going to start making sense to you when, we say we make these moves for the Lord and it doesn't often make sense, right? A lot of times he'll tell you to do something and you be like, that don't even make sense. That's crazy, right? Why would I do that? Like, what? And then all of a sudden, every move, because God is very strategic, right? God's chessboard. He's very strategic. And so it'll all start to make sense. And I feel like a lot of you are getting to that stage where it's starting to make sense. The pieces are starting to come together. You're starting to have the understanding and the awareness, like your intuition is on point. Your discernment is on point. Now you're understanding why you needed to let go of this. Oh, so it was so I could get this, or why you had to go over here versus going somewhere else. Okay, this is why the Lord wanted me in this spot, because there's always a reason that he puts us in a particular place, right? You were proclaiming and letting me know you're going to be okay and asking, are you, at the same time. Wow. Oh my gosh, y'all, I had a weird dream last night as well, but I'm not going to talk about that yet. I got to keep that one, but I remove myself and allow God more, period. That's all we can do, y'all. That's all we can do is just let God show you what he wants you. When you people talk about, you want to know about purpose all the time, and people be like, what's my purpose? Baby, you just got to find it. Can't nobody tell you about your purpose. Can't nobody tell you how do you find your purpose. You just start following threads that you're interested in. I didn't know that tarot and creating my leaving my impact was going to be tarot until I started doing that. I was interested in it, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that's for me. Something's gonna come for me out of that. Something that I'm supposed to do something with that. And sure enough, here I am like 4 or 5 years later, y'all, and now I have my own tarot and oracle cards that the Lord has blessed me to create. I'm going to Bible college. Like, when I started reading tarot, you couldn't have told me that it was going to take me down this path. You could not have told me that. But am I grateful for it? Absolutely, because it just continues to come back to me like, man, the Lord left the 99 to come get me. He came and got me, and he had to take me a roundabout way. He didn't take me the way he took everybody else. I didn't grow up in the church. I didn't do none of that, but he came and got me through tarot cards, y'all. Through tarot cards, he came and got me. So you have to, that's how you're gonna know. You just gonna start doing stuff, and it's gonna be that one thing that you're just like, that's for me, whatever it is. I've always I've always been a healer. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to be a nurse. I lost myself, of course, in that process, going through my own struggles and situations, but I've always been a healer. So then I just used to tell y'all all the time, I just do it in a different way, right? I just do it in a different way. I just use these cards to focus in on the messages, because y'all have no idea how, it's all I do. I'm by myself all the time, y'all. So I'm always receiving. I'm always getting messages, but I don't need the cards to give the message. And so the only reason I use the cards is help me to focus in on the message I need to give right then. Because if y'all knew how much information just comes into my mind and I just have to file it away, it's like a filing system. That's how I think about my brain. It's like, I can't even tell you how many drawers are on it. It's like, not the Dewey Decimal System. They got it the Dewey Decimal System. If you used to go to the library, y'all have to do that. I guess that's a good example, though. It's like they said, it's like the Dewey Decimal System, y'all. Like, that's literally how my brain is, right? until the right time, until the right moment. It's like, oop, I remember that. Just like this, and even on videos, like I told y'all yesterday, I said the number 3131 last year and didn't know till this year what it really stood for. So I'm telling you, like, that's how my mind is. So if I didn't use the cards, I would just be blabbering all the time. And sometimes it come out like that. I'd be like, okay, I just got to get this out right now. Y'all, what's the movie with the drawer, like just busting out all these messages? This is why y'all spirit deals be mad. They be like, my message was first. You was supposed to give my message first. That's how y'all angels be, child. They be like, but I was before. They pushing. Don't be pushing. We gonna get to it eventually. Y'all, why y'all just don't go talk to them yourselves? Y'all people them want y'all. That's why I be like, y'all pick up some tarot cards. So you can start talking to your angels yourself, child, so they can leave me alone, because then I'm still have a lot of messages to give, huh? Because this my full-time duty and responsibility. You right. So just saying. 131. I hear Bruce Almighty, and I don't know. Listen, I watched that movie. I watched it. Oh my gosh, let me tell you this. Is that the one with Jim Carrey? Is that no, that's the Truman Show. That's the one, and he told him to build the ark. Y'all, I saw that movie a couple of weeks ago, and it's because of that movie that now anytime God starts talking to me, all I hear is Morgan Freeman's voice. I told y'all that Morgan Freeman / God, and every time he show up on my timeline, I'll be like, what you want, Daddy? Y'all, true story. Every time Morgan Freeman show up on the timeline, I be like, because I feel like the Lord be said, I was talking to you. I promise y'all, this is how I feel. Every time I see Morgan Freeman on my phone, I be like, damn. I be like, what, Daddy? What I miss? I had said, that's how I feel like he be getting my attention for real, because Morgan Freeman show up on my timeline, I be like, oh, what I do now? What I do, Lord? Daddy, what I do? What I miss? I wasn't listening. Y'all, can't make it up. That'd be a true story. I'd be like, when he show up in a picture, I'm in trouble. What I do? Anyway, that's just me in my relationship with Padre God. Okay, with Padre God. So build your relationship, y'all. However he got to talk to you, he'll show up. He'll show up, and he will be right in your face. Okay, he will be right in your face. So that's how he be doing me. When I don't be listening, he just show up. He be like looking at me more. You know, Morgan Freeman look at you, he be like, I be like, and I just be sitting. What I do? Anyway, I be feel like I been got in trouble. He said, you was ignoring me. No, Dad, I wasn't ignoring you. I had hurt you and stuff. Anyway, some of y'all need to go talk to y'all spirit names, okay? So they can stop putting stuff in my catalog. Wait, I don't know how that sound. Look, they tell the people, y'all go get y'all own catalogs and let y'all spirit names put some informationals in y'all's catalogs, child, because I think I'm full. I ain't got no more space. You're right, I got a lot of space. It's a lot, y'all. I be getting a lot of messages. Anyway, that's it. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Y'all, hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water, say your gratitude. I just love the Lord, because one thing for certain, two things for sure. I don't hear them or know who they are. Morgan Freeman movie, Evans Almighty. Jim Carrey is Bruce Almighty. Okay, well, which one? I might have to go watch Bruce Almighty. Because, baby, whichever one Morgan Freeman told that man to go build that ark, y'all, I died. I say, OMG, let me go watch this, y'all. It was so funny. I was dying laughing at that movie. He kept on running. The Lord kept on getting him. I say, you ain't make him naked in the courtroom, did it? Oh, Lord, that movie tickled me. But anyway. I should specify, all I heard from Spirit was the word Almighty. I slipped a Bruce in there. Child, listen. He be knowing, child. He be knowing. Tell y'all, you can't pull nothing on the Lord. I ain't even trying. Like, I ain't trying, because I done got messed up, and he ain't finna catch me slipping. He ain't finna catch me. Look, that movie was so fun. I'm gonna have to go watch. What is Bruce Almighty about? I'm gonna have to go watch it, child. Y'all, I be watching the most randomest stuff anyway. Is that a word? I don't know if it's a word. It sounded good. I made it up. Randomness. What is randomness? Is that a word? So that's my word. Randomness. I don't know. Spell it. RANDOMISS. Ness. I just be making stuff up. Don't judge me. If you new, welcome to the community. We are so happy, so grateful you. Y'all was showing, y'all didn't have to come. Wait a minute now. I feel like y'all had put a little bass in y'all spirituals. Y'all sent the little crow over here to start cutting up too. Go on now. That's somebody else spirit them. Y'all better go get y'all. Talk to y'all people them. Let them talk to y'all. Daddy calling you. He ain't finna just be on my spirituals. It ain't just me, Daddy. Why you just telling me? It was them too. They was laughing. That's how we be telling on each other. Like, Daddy, they was laughing too. I was just saying, I'm not finna get in trouble for y'all. Evan Almighty is the one with the arc. Bruce Almighty. Oh, child, I'm gonna have to go watch that. I don't think I'd have never seen that movie. Where I could watch it at? Susie Burke said, I feel the same way. Morgan Freeman is my picture of how God looks. Thank you, dearest one. I am. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch it today, y'all. If I can find it on one of these, I ain't got X. Which one I can find it on? Bruce Almighty. I'm gonna go watch it today. I don't think I'd have never. I ain't never seen that. I'm gonna go watch it today. That'll be my movie for today in my downtime after I record these messages for today. That's it, y'all. That's all I got. He is. See, God be knowing some. He know who to play him. Look, everybody, y'all. Okay, homework assignment. What's this? We gonna go watch, because we gonna talk about it tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it too, y'all. If I can find just as show as I can find it, I'm gonna watch it today. And so I ain't got, it better be on Disney Plus or Cinemax, because them the only two I got. And I ain't even got them. I only got them because my daughter got them. So it better show up on one of them, child. I'm gonna have to, what's free? Maybe it's Tubi. I don't know, y'all. I don't really watch it. I don't. We go watch Bruce Almighty so we could talk about it and laugh tomorrow, because I'm going to laugh. I am going to laugh. I know that. That's it, y'all. That's all I got. This was a beautiful message. The Lord really just wants to encourage y'all. He's encouraging us. We stepping into seasons and we freebie. Okay, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to find it. Believe that. Y'all go watch Bruce Almighty. That's the homework assignment. We gonna go watch Bruce Almighty. Guess what? That's gonna be self-care as well. It's okay to take some downtime, y'all. It's okay to take some downtime. It's okay to rest, relax, and receive, and just allow. You never know what you're gonna get from that movie, right? I got Morgan Freeman as God, and he played God so good that he God in everything. So the Lord ain't letting just anybody play his characteristics, okay? So I received that. Y'all, well, there you go, child. Look, that's okay. That's okay, mate. Sometimes you need a self-care day, and it just as long as you use your day wisely and don't overdo it. I'm an advocate, okay, for self-care. So use it. Look, I got to. Thank you, dearest one. Let me know, because that's the homework assignment, child. We is finna watch Bruce Almighty. We gonna take some downtime. We gonna rest. We gonna laugh. We're going to be grateful. We're gonna be grateful for the time. You know, it's crazy, y'all. If we still live by how the Bible said, the Lord required a day of rest. He required the Sabbath, right? And he didn't require that because he required it because we need it. We need time, y'all. We need to take downtime. Especially if as you're coming, this is a whole nother message for a whole nother day. Maybe I should put that on the calendar for next week, huh? Y'all, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna put it on the calendar. Let me make a note. Y'all can just know that that's coming up. Look, I just heard what you ain't have to put no base in your spirituals about it, Daddy. We had hurt you. Okay. That's another message for another day. See how the Lord tell y'all, that's the catalog. See how that be happening? I just hear something like, okay, let me write it down. Okay, y'all should see these journals, child. I can't even buy journals no more. Y'all remember when I used to spend $40 on a journal? I was that person. Child, you better go get this $1.77 journal from Walmart. Don't be no hater either, because what? Baby, I be writing too much. Anyway, that's it. Love y'all in real life. Y'all, hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water. Send gratitude. Go watch Bruce Almighty. We gonna watch it. We gonna find it. We gonna talk about it tomorrow. I have a hard time with self-care because I didn't start until this year. Well, that's okay. Keep on working on it. Put your self-care on your calendar, okay? Get you a self-care calendar. And every day, spend 15 minutes devoted to self-care. If you go to the gym, if you got a Planet Fitness membership, baby, you better go sit on that massage bed. I'm gonna be on there tomorrow, okay? Anyway, 15 minutes of self-care is a requirement every single day. That's what we ought to do for the month of, we should have did it for the month of May. We might do it for the month of June. 15 minutes of self-care, 15 minutes of me. Y'all, that was something we did before, huh? 15 minutes of me time. 15 minutes. You can take 15 minutes a day and give it to yourself and nobody else. Turn your phone off. Everything gonna be there after them 15 minutes that you give to yourself. Okay? Everybody deserves 15 minutes of me time a day. You got to have it, y'all. How are you giving back to yourself? That's a message for another day. Love y'all in real life. Hydrate, soul, and things. Drink your water. Say gratitude. Go be great and amazing today in purpose and on purpose. Okay? We gonna do it. We probably gonna do it for June. I got to make a note. 15 minutes. This how all day, y'all. This is how my mind be working. 15 minutes of me. I'm always trying to figure out how I can give back to y'all. Like what are the things that we need to implement in our lives to make sure that we are becoming the best version of ourselves. So maybe for June, we'll do that challenge. Like, did you give yourself 15 minutes of me today? And we'll see how that happens. I'll see y'all in the morning. Okay, it's not on Tubi, so somebody find y'all. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna look and see where I can find it at. Hopefully, I can find it somewhere. I don't have Netflix and watch it be on Netflix. Anyway, that's it. I love y'all in real life. I will see y'all in the morning. Go be great, amazing, in purpose and on purpose. Have a fantastic day. I can't close that. Love y'all in real life. Bye, y'all. Thank you for the blessing, dearest one. Yes, 15 minutes me in.